Hey people, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. A couple of little complications here that I want to tell you about. So if you come across it, it'll help you out, because we know a lot of you are working on your own vehicles now. And happy days, that's the idea, because there's just not enough people that can do things right. So we do need a hand and appreciate that. Now, we're going to get to this radiator in a minute. That's important, but just before we do, I just undid the tightest, well, with the engine in the car using tools, without a rattle gun, the tightest camshaft bolt I've ever come across. We had one on an engine that was out not long ago where it was rusty and behind there and whatever. That one was a bit tight, but we hit that with a gun, so you don't really get to know how tight it really was. This one, of course, we've had the bar on the crankshaft down there, and I just let the bar come across to the solid of the body here. And of course, with a breaker bar, I couldn't actually get it undone, so we used an extension pole. So that was one thing just to be aware of. These can be really tight to undo, so what I do, I leave the timing belt on until you crack that bolt loose. Is a really good idea, so you can't have any mistakes, that sort of thing. This one is getting a manifold clean, that's why the fuel pipes are off, the injectors are getting replaced, so we're not worried about contamination. Now's the time to do it. This is quite a dirty one. You can see we gave it a really big cleanup, and look, you can still see how much mess and debris is still around the place, whatever. Look at this water. I mean, have a look at the water pump. Just have a good look around. It's just absolutely caked, really, to be honest. And you can see where we got in there behind there with the pressure washer, but what was covered underneath the, what you couldn't see sort of thing, right? People have worked on it before, because you can see someone's recently, I'd say, at the thermostat, you can see tools on those bolts there. Look, I don't know the full history, who's been working it, what's going on. We can't really just keep taking this out and washing it and whatever. This, you know, I know it's, but a lot of that's dirt and mud, so, you know, it's going to be kind of a bit of bad luck, if you know what I mean. It's got to end somewhere, and that's what I'm getting to with this radiator. So we've got the radiator hoses off because we're doing the BFE, doing all this sort of thing, right? So it's getting a big birthday. There's going to be some money spent, but where does it end? And I don't keep radiators in stock, although I do have a 150 Proto radiator in stock, so I do. So that's changed, because people tend to break these things off sometimes, and I've just got it there as a backup plan for all these people, in case you're working on your car on the weekend around Melbourne and you accidentally break that. You can know that, hey, that Anthony 4x4 Diesel guy, he's got a radiator, he keeps in stock. And if I'm in the VIP group, because I bought the BFE kit and whatever, you can ask, and maybe you'll send me a text, and maybe you'll ask on the VIP, and maybe you'll get lucky to get that radiator on a Saturday or a Sunday. You might not get lucky either, but you know, there's possibilities. Point is, we don't keep the 120 radiator, and this is a Hilux one, and this one looks a bit weird, and this is what I'm getting at now. I think someone's worked on this recently as well. I think this could be worse than what we're seeing, because we look at that, we didn't notice too much. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. This is a bit weird. So what I think's happened is it's either broken off or something, and someone's done some sort of repair on it. It looks like it's been built up. So I'm going to spin the camera around, and we're going to have a look in there and see what we can see. And I actually can't see what I'm seeing now, because I've just got the camera around the wrong way, right? Right. But so what I'm saying is, this kind of this is a bit unusual. This is not what we see, but this kind of sort of needs a radiator, I think. You know what I mean? I sort of need to come around and see what I'm putting the camera onto at the moment, because this isn't really working out. I'm going to try and have a look. I mean, at least look how clean it is in there. That's why these radiators and the coolant's good. See that core right in there, how beautiful and clean it is. But in the video, we'll actually be able to see perhaps more of what's going on, where I can't actually, I can look in a mirror, but I can't really get my head around to see what, I'm in a pretty twisted up, awkward position to see what's going on there. I can't see that. So you people might be first to see it, because I might not be looking at this video when I release it. I'll just go, there's a video. There's some sort of red stuff, there must be some product you can buy that's radiator repair or some goo. Somebody tell me what it is. I'm sure somebody knows. Guaranteed in the comments somebody knows what this product is, or if you're the owner of this vehicle and you know more about this radiator and the repair, what's happened here, than me, please let me know. I'll send you the video, right? But just showing you that. So look, it wasn't leaking. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't have a radiator, so we could continue as we are. And the money's got to stop somewhere. What's a radiator for? Have you done a Hilux radiator lately? Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So what is it? Another 500, another grand? I don't know. It just keeps adding on. And then of course extra labor to get it out and change it. Not a lot perhaps, but you know, it all adds together. It's got to end somewhere. So we'll roll with this for now because we want to get the vehicle running in peak condition at the engine side of things up there. And then if that all goes to plan and he's happy with the vehicle, then perhaps he can return with to us or one of our workshop partners again for a little bit more work and get something like the radiator done. It's just another excuse to drop the coolant. I'm talking, you know, 6 months or a year, bit of recovery time after spending all the money on the heart of the beast, and we can start working on the Botox or the, you know, it's not really the radiator is not really the Botox. The Botox is the bull bar and the winch and the lift kit and the tires and all this gear, right? So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Something to consider, and I'm curious to see if any of you people know what this product is, because I don't. It's probably some fancy name stuff everybody uses. But fun and games. Now, as far as contamination goes, I mean, look at the amount of dirt around those injector inlets. Somebody recently did a, client's words, probably what he was told by the mechanic, a resealed the injectors, right? So what are the chances, you reckon, you know, that, you know, contamination would have maybe happened on a vehicle this dirty? You reckon they would have just pulled the fuel pipe, bent and back like we normally see in all those photos people put up? Risk of contamination is massive, almost guaranteed. Anyway, right, just thought we'd wrap this one up, show you a few things. That's about it. There'll probably be another video, so subscribe, turn the bell on if you don't want to miss it. And, you know, if you like it, hit the like button if you want, or not, whatever. Did have someone ask me a question today. So when we do the BFE jobs and the engines and stuff like that, engine replacement, which is rare, but you know, every now and then there's an engine replacement. I notice you take the compressor off, so do you disconnect that and do you have to get it regassed and all that? No. Okay, so to answer that question, you can see compressor just sits here carefully. The better, you know, usually we'll put a rag or something under there, but this vehicle's a bit rough around the edges and we're gentle with it, so it's not a big deal. But of course, if you've got a shiny Prado, the better and cleaner your vehicle is and the better it's looked after, the more respect you show it, the more respect we're obviously going to show the vehicle as well. So it's all good. Just saying, no aircon pipes are disconnected. And of course, you need to be very gentle with them, not bend them, break them. Things can get broken and bent. And of course, you've got the other one under there. So no, you don't disconnect any aircon pipes. That would be a waste of money. What else can we talk about here? It's just pretty filthy, isn't it? So that's what we're working with. We'll just continue to do so. We've got plenty to do. Bada bing, bada boom. That's a video. See ya.